I worked India.
None.
I've got
zero rain.
Too high out.
Poor Jason, he got pounded down there.
I haven't heard him on the radio yet. Of course, with all the bullshit going on right now, you wouldn't hear his weak-ass station anyway. But he was right there in the midst of it. I mean, it come up in the armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit. It come up the armpit of Florida. Armpit of Florida. Come up, what they call that, the Big Bend. I call it the armpit.
India. I can't believe this fucking idiot.
That was pretty impressive. I thought that was pretty cool.
You sound good. Hey, why don't you shut up over there for a while over there in Florida? I'm trying to have a conversation, and you're jumping in like we're talking to you. I'm not talking to you, man. I'm talking to Todd Norris, and, you know, what the hell is your problem?
Shut the hell up.
Jeff, he's an idiot, that guy. I mean, damn, dude.
Shut the hell up.
I'm going to shut this thing off for a little bit before I get mad.
Blah, 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 blah.
He never stopped talking all the time, Durwood. Damn.
Good grief.
You let that shit bother you, man. You can't let it bother you, Durwood. You can't let it bother you. You know what? You gotta laugh at him, man. He is. He's an idiot.
Beach boys, shut up.
KR4IS, just dumbass.
Yeah, I hate it when they do that. Yeah, I want to be 100 over everywhere. KR4IS.
100 watts on a wire.
Ooh, 100 watts on a wire. I hear you out there. What's your call?
K9PGT.
What's your call? No, I don't know your voice, man. I don't know your voice, man. I'm from Virginia Beach, man.
Alright, Gerald, you hell up.
I ain't got your voice, man. I ain't got your voice. I don't know what your voice is. This is KR4AS. I'm looking for some call sign.
You are better than your circumstances.
Situation normal. 7200.
Terrible situation. Jeff, you gotta chill out.
Don't tell me what to do, man.
Well, you can't ask you. We've asked you nicely. I mean, what the hell's your problem?
Exactly. What are you talking about, man? It's 7200.
It doesn't matter what it is. If there's a QSO going on, let the people finish it before you want to come out there and say something. I mean, by God, you ain't got to
go up 3K.
Do what you do, man. I mean, I don't understand it, dude. You got a station there, man. Use it proper.
No, you don't understand. 7200.
Is Larry.
KR4IS, Virginia.
He always does there on, was it, on 14?
Is there anybody out there with a call sign, with a signal?
No.
Give me a signal, man.
There by 72.
Hello, radio.
Like that. Everybody wants to give you a signal. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't been on the radio much lately. I've been over at the cabin trying to finish up. I I'm about ready to move in there, man. I'm hoping, but this here set me back. This little mini stroke, not good.
Like I'm giving you.
I was just about ready to complete the project, and so I just decided to come home and sit here
everything else is QRM.
They chill out, watch some movies, and just I figured I'd turn the radio on for a little bit and see if I can strike up a good conversation, but apparently they just don't want me talking, man, and that's fine.
What's your call? Call. What's your call? Call.
Sorry to hear that. Oh, wow. My goodness, man. You're going to have to probably watch your diet or something.
Damn, man. Ain't nobody out there with a call sign, but I hear a lot of words.
I wasn't hydrated enough during that. I shouldn't have been out there working when it was that hot, but I was trying to get the job done. I was underhydrated, and I needed some potassium, so a friend of mine works in the ER there. He come over afterwards and dropped off some stuff for me and told me to drink plenty of liquids, and I did, and took those pills and some aspirin, and it seemed to help out quite a bit, but still a little foggy, still don't feel quite right, but feel pretty good. I mean, my mind keeps saying go out there and get it done, and my body says nah, you better not.
Feeling pretty good with the pills there. Come on.
Some soft pills. You gotta watch that. You were on that's not good for us old
What kind of pills did you take?
Man, I got a phone call. K9PGT.
Inquiring minds want to know.
All right, Todd. We'll talk to you here in a little bit there. No, you're not. WO90.
Sounding good down here, Todd.
Import KPK.
Virginia Beach talked over you the whole time you were trying to tell me.
Don't be all nasty talking to me like that. Don't be all like that. KR4IS, I'm a 7200. It's a free-for-all. Anybody knows anything about 7200, it's a fun frequency to play on. Don't be all butthurt. Are you stupid?
Ain't nobody butthurt. You just don't shut your mouth long enough to listen to anybody. K9YSN Mobile.
Hey, Mobile Station, I hear you, man. You're sounding good in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, man. I know I am, but why don't you just sit back and listen for a little while?
Because of 7200, I don't have to. But you're sounding good in your Mobile, man. Good for you. You're getting out. Good job, Todd. What's your
What an idiot.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Darren.
There you go. No call.
Hey, Daryl, what else has been going on?
No call. No call.
Nothing much, man. I was getting a lot of stuff done, man. I was doing pretty good.
Normal.
Until a couple days ago.
KR4IS, Virginia Beach.
That put an abrupt stop to everything.
Is that like an illegal?
I got a bunch of small projects to get done now, and I'm just either going to hire it out or wait till a later time. It's going to put me behind schedule. I really don't want to fall behind schedule. I'll probably just make a few calls and hire it out and be done with it that way.
KR4IS, Virginia Beach. Maybe it was just the QR area.
I hate to spend the money.
QR Mary out there tonight. Todd, I missed your call sign, man, out there in Mobile. A lot of QR Mary over here.
Darren, just don't go at it so hard, man. You'll get it done. You don't have to do it all in one day.
I know. I've been working on this project now for 2.5 years, and I'm getting wore out just working on it. And I just want to be done. I know that if I take my time, it'll be about another 2.5 months. But I only have probably about a week's worth of work left to do, and it'll all be completed. But you know, you get anxious after a while.
Yeah, hell yeah. 2.5 years?
Relate to being the anxious part. I've been waiting for about 5 years, so. But sometimes you just have to take it a little bit in stride.
I mean, I've gotten a lot done with the property. I've cut some trails, made a bridge, built a cabin, built a barn, built a woodshed, dug a well. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't, you know, done nothing. I've done quite a bit, and you know, I'm happy that I did it all. It's just I'm ready to be done and just be over there and just sit back and enjoy it now. I'm just ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that day's coming real soon. I can guarantee you that. From the sounds of how you got things all together already.
Why you gotta be all nasty like that? The guy's out there on the grid. Good grief. So many hateful people on this frequency.
That's because you're an idiot.
Anyways, I'll stand by, and I'll be back in a minute.
All right, hurry back here. KB9YSN Mobile.
Yeah, come on back.
Sorry.
Hello, Mobile. KR4IS.
Yeah, man, smoke my weed, man.
Are we having fun yet?
Are we buzzed up out of our head yet, man?
That Mobile guy out there is doing pretty good. You hear him? There, Mr. No Call Sign? Hey, wait a minute. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't recognize you with no call sign asking you about the Mobile guy with... I didn't hear a call sign. So, yeah, with all due respect to the frequency, I have an issue with that. KR4IS, Virginia Beach. I could tell you what, man, this shit I grew last year was pretty damn good.
Yeah, burn off my brain cells, man.
What's your call? Cacao.
My brain cells, I burnt half of them off, man. Smoking that stuff all them years, man.
That's some funny shit right there. 7200. You only get this on 7200.
This is your brain, man. This is your brain on drugs, man.
Cacao! That's just funny shit right there. Cacao! 7200. Hello, radio. KR4IS, Virginia Beach. Hey, if I need to pump it up, let me know. No contacts, no get-backs with some big signals out there. KR4IS, Virginia Beach.
You need to pump it up. No contacts.
contact. We'll get back. Hey, you guys out there, man, I can kind of hear you a little bit, but you pump it up, or work on your antenna. I ain't hearing you real good. KR4IS, Virginia Beach. Look at this signal, man. Hello. Legal limit right there. Getting on down. KR4IS on 7200. What's that? ASS?
No, he's an Alpha Hotel.
Hello. Anybody with a big signal out there?
What's the condition?
No big signal here. C8 in a row.
A little bit of QRMary out there. Try it again.
Somebody sitting on that thing out there?
That's some funny shit. That's some funny stuff out there in the background. That is kind of comical. KR4IS, Virginia Beach.
Go to sleep. That hot dog dude sitting on that thing.
There must be 3, 4, 5 people out there. But you can barely hear them. Anybody out there with a big signal, somebody out there with a radio more than 90 watts of power into an end-fed half-wave piece of shit. Hello, radio.
Eat me. Bring some breakfast. Yep, that new shit's working. It's on frequency.
Oh, Tim.
I see what the problem was.
I heard Tampon Tim. I heard that. That's some good stuff right there.
You're easily amused, ain't you?
Tampon Tim.
It's amazing what it uses a simple mind, Darren.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey, reality is reality.
I'm right there with you, Darwood. That scares me.
Tampon Tim. That's some funny shit right there. That makes me laugh.
I mean, I know I can be a character at sometimes, but I mean, there are limits.
You have to be gifted for some of the retards out here.
Hello, Tampon Tim. Come on. Where's that Tampon? Oh, Minnesota. That's right. Minnesota.
He's in here, China.
Tampon Tim, the governor of
I thought about cutting a resonant
That's some funny
60-meter antenna and just start working 60. That'd be a good QSO band right there. I think that's probably something I'll do here in a couple weeks. That's a pretty good band.
We got, what, 5 channels there?
Yeah, there's 5 channels there, but not too many people work it. You're only allowed, what, 100 watts on a dipole antenna or less?
Yeah, 100 watts on a dipole. Only be what, 50, I think, when it first started, wasn't it?
Yeah, 50 watts when it first started. If they'd bump that up to about 500, I think that'd be a real cherry band. Might be overwhelmed though. You get a lot of normal folks who want to have decent conversations that want to talk, and there'd probably be too many then.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of guys go there just to, because they don't think anybody else goes there and listens to them. I've sit there and listened to lots of different fellas, flying off this frequency in particular.
That have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with them.
So where are you at now, Eric? You gonna get on the radio, or are you about done? You had a long day, did you?
Only my good luck. The greatest president that God ever created.
I could never figure out. I mean, just seems like a waste of money, but I guess to a simpleton, I guess it really don't matter.
President Trump.
Oh, here we go with the Tower of Power now. Pennsylvania's firing up.
WONE.
KR4IS, Virginia Beach. Situation normal.
Our country needs a truly great
Who's calling me? What you call? Who's calling Virginia Beach? Do it again. I love 7200. Hello, radio. KR4IS, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, but 7200 doesn't love you.
That's what I was just thinking, man. I was thinking he might love it, but I mean, he's not getting it back.
Look at there. KR4IS.
Look at me, he's right up on top of you, man. He heard you talking and he just keyed up anyway.
It loves me. It loves me. What's your cacao? Cacao.
It loves you like Donald Trump loves black
What's your
folks.
call? What's your call?
I don't know, Horace. I'm thinking about just turning this thing up all the way, man. Just having a conversation with you, man, and not have to worry about it.
A little bit more.
I don't know. I don't know if I've got enough to get over it, man. I just got this coaxial dipole. This coaxial diaper pole.
Man.
And
Why you gotta be like that?
a transistorized
7200.
amplifier.
Well, it worked just fine. You were doing it just then, so, I mean, why not?
Getting on out. Getting on down. KR4IS.
That's the only way to move them along, just monopolize the frequency and be done with it. Just talk about whatever topic we want and just go with it for a while, and eventually the dogs will lie down.
Got a whole lot of monopolizing going on out there.
Damn.
That's some funny shit right there. Monopolizing that thing. Monopolizing 7200. Woo-wee. 7200.
So what did you do to your antenna here? You said you was working on it last time I talked to you about it. Was about 4 or 5 days ago. You took it down and did something, change the balance?
No, I took it down. What I did was I took it, it wouldn't key up right, Kevin. SWR, and then the amp would shut off. And I got the high SWR. Like, what the hell's going on there? And I went up there and looked and just redid the connection where the feed point is. And when I redid the connection, I guess I made something a little bit longer than what it should be, or maybe I made it a little bit shorter. I don't remember how I did the graph turned out, but 7200 was the I remember now. 7200 was the bottom of the graph with the antenna analyzer, and I looked at that, and it was at 1.9, and 1.9 by the antenna analyzer was as low as it would go. I put a balun on it. I've got the balun. It's inside the house here. It's not up at the antenna. It's inside the house. I put the balun on it. It dropped the SWR 1 to 1, and it widened the bandwidth of the antenna. So that's I've got a match between the amplifier and the wire. Go ahead.
Well, it's working for you. Just fine.
It's working real good. Real good. Banging out there.
So I'm at the 30 foot on each end, I guess. Maybe a little higher. Let me see. The ground plane's almost 40 feet to the top.
Got a whole flock of,
yeah, it's probably 30 feet on each end.
Out there.
And then where I've got it pulled up in the tree, it won't go no further. I could probably go up another 20 feet with the center of the antenna, but it's stuck. And I can get it to come down. But only down so far, and it gets stuck again. So I don't know what's going on up there at the top where it's hanging over the crotch of the tree.
So is it hooking on a branch, or where's it getting caught at?
So I've got it thrown over a crotch at the very top of the tree. And that's where it's getting caught at.
Franks and beans.
Yeah,
wow.
I think it's an antenna.
Well, these guys just can't stand somebody talking about something cool.
KR4AS.
You can't stand to hear somebody talk about something cool.
I'm wondering, have you thought about what you could do to rectify that?
Yeah, tear it all down, start over again.
Well, you know, a good little hobby to do, man, it'd be a good little project, is make one of them tater guns, those air cannons, and just shoot yourself a new line.
I'm not really sure how to do that.
This is pretty loud tuner up
To make an air cannon?
Yeah, I don't know how to make the release valve.
That's gotta be
that turn valve. How to do the release valve? I think that turn valve would turn too slow to allow the air discharge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just use the valve. This is what I did. Just use a valve out of. You ever seen those little air guns that you stick on the end of a hose, a little trigger, and you can blow shit? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I hear Sean out there.
You know, like in a shop there, you put an end on an air hose, and you want to blow stuff off, and you squeeze the trigger.
All right, yeah.
There you go. Use that.
Well, I don't see how that'd work. How would you? You gotta have a chamber to hold the pressure. I figured I'd use a cap and a tire valve thing to hold the pressure. I just haven't figured out how to release the pressure to shoot the tennis ball.
What you do is you have your chamber for holding it, and then you just get your
tell me all about it.
Tube and flare it, and you run it over to the release chamber where the barrel is, and you squeeze it and it shoots it all in there.
Yeah, just let it go, man. Shoot it out there.
You crank it up to about. Depends on how high your tree is, man. But I mean, I usually put about 50 pounds in there. You put 70 pounds in there, that thing will shoot to the moon.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, shoot to the moon. Hey, Garrett, if you're listening on the channel, hold on a minute. Garrett, if you're listening on the channel, send me a picture of that stuff. Send me a couple of pictures of your air gun, your potato gun, so I can build me one. I got to get this antenna up in the air a little bit higher. I rule the frequency pretty much now. But if I get the antenna up in the air, I'd be a better cop.
Dude, you can go right to YouTube and type up air cannon, and for like tennis ball air cannon.
Give me some loud.
And the guy will give you a complete layout, and he'll build it with you. You know, I mean, you can build one right along the side of his. He'll tell you all the parts to get and everything.
Give me some of the good stuff, Sean.
And it works out great, dude. I'm telling you what, man. The first time I put too much air in there, man, and I shot that sucker, man, and it flew way over the tree and over about 8 or 9 other trees in the woods, and I said, well, I just cut the ball off because it got snagged up in the treeway on all the different branches. I couldn't pull it up through there, so I had to take the ball and cut the ball off, and you just use some string. You can do it a couple different ways. You can take and lay out string like a snake back and forth, or have it tied on and hook one of those there not a fly rod, but a casting rod. Reel. There's what I'm looking for, the name reel. Put a reel on there and shoot it out, and it'll spool out real nice that way. But about 45, 50 pounds is all you need, and that'll take you up to about 80 feet, no problem.
Yeah, stand by.
I think it'd be cool if I could get that center up and be an inverted V, and I'd have the center probably 50 feet in the air, and the ends at 30 feet, and I think it would improve the signal quality of the station.
Wanting to get on down.
I forgot. I got to get on top of the microphone and slam the audio out here to get over top of the garbage. Baba Booey.
Well, it'd make a huge difference for you. I think 25 extra feet would just change things up for you real quick.
I mean, real quick, because I'm already
you really need
pain in the ass. Let's put it that way.
Shit, and get you something that to do about 2.
Well, I really want to put my quad up. I got that tower and I got everything out there. I just don't have it. I just don't have it to dig the hole. I don't have that anymore. And I kind of feel guilty about it, but I just don't have it.
I got to scratch together some.
You don't have the tower no more? You just don't have it in you to dig the hole no more?
I don't have it in me to dig the hole anymore. I don't have it in me to pull the trigger to buy the rest of the equipment that I need to do to finish the quad. I just don't. I mean, that ground plane does a really good job. You know, I'm talking to people 50 and 60 miles away. Like, remember when that was a big deal on the CB?
Oh, yeah.
I know up in Maryland, if somebody was on the other side of Baltimore from Aberdeen to Catonsville, if you could talk to Catonsville, man, you were doing something.
Truck. Smoke me a smoke, and I'll be back here in a little bit. Send me good down here, Sean. KR4IS, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I hear you, Terry.
Hey, if you take you about 3 foot of PVC. Let's see if I can find this information for you, and I'll send it to you. PVC pipe, about 3 foot long. Put a reducer on it down to 4 inches. Put you a ball valve, and then add you another piece of PVC pipe to it. I'd say about 3 foot to help it guide it, and then just hang your open face reel on the bottom of it. I used to, instead of doing the 4 inch, I used a 2 inch. That way I could use a golf ball, and I just drilled the hole right through the golf ball and tied the fishing line. And I used about 20-pound test line on it, because anything else it kind of snaps, even though there ain't no tension on it, but it travels so fast that it'll snap the line if you got less than about 20-pound line. And it'll shoot it up by 150, 200 feet.
Yeah, okay, my question is, a ball, that was my only question, was how to release it. I always thought it was a ball valve. I just didn't think a ball valve would release it fast enough.
You say, like on a lot of your newer water heaters, they have the long handle that just goes from up to sideways. It does that quarter turn with that long handle on it.
And if you get a 2-inch one, you'll be able. And I get the brass one rather than like a plastic one because the brass ones seem to slide better.
Yeah, well, I'm going to look at that. That's all I wanted to know. I wanted to know about the air release. I already know how to build the storage tank and all that for the air pressure. And yeah, you used a golf ball. I was going to use a tennis ball. But yeah, golf ball and a 2-ounce weight. Yeah, that's sending that sucker right on out there.
Alright, well, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all's conversation. Careful, QFL.
Thank you, Terry.
Not a problem at all, brother.
N4STG. Damn, I got that. You're wasting time, Durwood. I appreciate it, but I got it in my mind already, man. I needed somebody with first-hand on the valve, on the ball valve, because the ball valve is the way I saw it. Garrett did his, but I wasn't really sure because I didn't think it was a quick enough release, but evidently it is.
Well, I got a buddy of mine that built one out of the ball valve that works pretty good because when you pump that much pressure in there, and as soon as it's open, it's releasing, it's gone. But I didn't like it because it was I like to just push the button. It was more accurate because you can take and point that thing and rig it up like a rifle, man, and you can almost look down the barrel and get it pretty good. You can get pretty accurate with that doggone thing. But all right, man, if you got it figured out.
I got it figured out. My problem is just doing it now. I'm like, it's like digging a hole. I mean, it works,
Yeah, but I tell you what, man, you'll love it once you get that thing, dude. You'll have a whole new antenna farm.
And to reassure you on the PVC and the pressure, if anybody gives you any slack about that, I run a whole shop off 125 psi of nothing but PVC pipe.
Oh, I know PVC is the way to go. That's the way Garrett's is. His is PVC.
It makes it easier to handle too. You walking around trying to select something. It can be heavy if you build them out of them tanks and stuff.
His is made out of PVC, and that's how it got up there in the first place. I just used the wrong stuff to keep it up there. If I'd have pulled it up there with this 3/8-inch cable I got, it'd still be all the way up in the top. But something let go in it, and it released a whole bunch, and when it did, it's been stuck ever since.
And all you got to use is a tire valve.
Yeah, that's what I use, tire valve and the end cap.
A tire valve is all you need to air it up.
I found using the motorcycle tire valve. That way you put it through, slide it through, and then screw it down on it, get a good seal with a rubber seal on either side. And I'll give you one other hint. If you want to keep up with that golf ball, spray them orange. You'll see them all the whole flight.
I use tennis ball, and that way you can use fly rod string there. It's good strong string. It weighs nothing, spider string, and it'll fly and it won't get hung up easy. It'll slide and strong enough to pull your nylon rope up afterwards.
Oh no, I'm pulling steel cable up.
Well, whatever, yeah. It do it.
Like I said, I just use an open face reel.
Once that 40, I'm gonna double check, probably go over the connection right there, and if I can get it all the way up to the top of the tree and the way it's strung, that's probably how it's gonna be to the dot. And it's kind of pointed to the northeast. If I use the 80-meter antenna as a reflector, and they're just about that far apart. If I can get that extra up in that tree. And it would be interesting. I'll have that takeoff toward the northeast. Or excuse me, to the northwest.
Well, you'd be pointing up here in Illinois, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be able to turn Todd off. Not that I'm not all ready to do it. I piss him off because I tie him up no matter where he turns the beam, and if he gets me gnawed out, then the people he's talking to can't hear him. Nah, I like Todd. I'm just kidding. I like playing with him.
You heard Jeff at all lately?
I thought I heard him in there a couple of times. He's really irritated with a whole bunch of shit right now.
I don't blame him, man.
He does. He has a following. Seems like every time he shows up, there's about 4 or 5 of them up there, live up there by him, and they go QRP, and he can't hear nobody. And nobody else can hear them because they're QRP.
Right, they're just plugging his ears.
That's what he says anyway. I don't know. I've tried to listen for it.
I thought I heard him out there earlier today, man, but I could have been wrong. You know, he got people pretending they're other people.
Well, Sean really slams him a good one, too. Sean, for some reason, Sean and him got a pipeline, and Sean kills his ears. Sean kills his ears about like I do toddler's ears, and about like Fat Man does mine.
I don't know why he just don't change his dipole direction around a little bit, change his legs, it'll change him up a little bit.
Well, I'm stuck where I'm at. I'm lucky to have what I got.
Which way are they pointing?
The middle of the antenna is like a little arrow. It's like a leaning L, and it's pointed in the north. That is pointed in that northwest configuration, and then about 25 feet behind that point is my 80-meter antenna, and it's cut for 3.8. My 80 meters is just a diaper pole.
You got anything underneath the thing to make it a reflector?
Yeah, tin roof of my house.
There you go.
I mean, it all goes in that direction, in that northwest direction. Sometimes, that's why I don't understand why I don't hear Rabbi better than I do. He should come through here like, like you come through here. But you and Todd smoke it. Jimmy smokes it too. But Jimmy,
Does Ron give you a good signal?
Sometimes. And sometimes he gets so far down in there that all I hear is the low notes and I don't hear any highs. It's weird. And then I heard a recording of this radio, and I went to work on the EQ, and I knocked that bottom end completely out. Evidently, with this microphone, you got to knock that bottom end. You got to knock that bottom end out if you're going to run 4K for anybody really to hear you.
Well, you got it set right now.
Yeah, I'm running 4K too.
I think I'm just at 3.
Yep, that's where you're at, right at 3. That's what come up on the screen anyway.
Is it real sharp or is it dirty?
No, you're real clean. When I go up on the RF, I see a little splatter, just a tiny bit. That's just because you're big. When I go over to the audio waterfall, and you're right at 3,000, nothing on either end. That's that 7300. I mean, they hit a home run with that.
Yeah, buddy.
My only complaint, I never liked the receiver, but then I've always I either ran a Kenwood receiver or I ran a Yaesu receiver, and after my experience with the 730, 735, 765, and the 7300, nowhere near what I'm hearing. And then when I hook it up into to the audio amplifier, oh man. I can make these guys that are playing music actually sound the AM.
Well, I tell you what, the secret is in playing with these filters. I had a hard time. I hated the receive on this thing too, until I started working those twin bandpass filters, and it really does a wonder for your receive.
I'm listening at 4K and I'm transmitting at 4K. Sometimes that's what I need to remember. Sometimes I get that flatter and I need to narrow my receive and I can get rid of it. The only problem with that is then when I narrow the receive like that, sometimes other stations that are doing the same thing I'm doing don't have the audio quality that I like to listen to. I mean, I appreciate somebody that comes in here with really, really good audio.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I hear you. I can widen it out on my receive, but at 3.3, man, you're perfect.
That's probably, if you go anything over that, then I don't know how you've got your roofing filters set up.
Well, I leave it at 3.3, man. You sound great.
There you go. I don't know how
it's like I'm talking to you on a real good AM, good, strong signal.
Those roofing filters in that. This one here, if I have the roofing filter set at 3 kilohertz,
signal,
no matter what I do,
no doubt.
it's listening. I can go below 3 kilohertz, but I can't go back to 4 kilohertz. I have to go to the 12 kilohertz roofing filter. Then I'm actually listening on the lower sideband. I'm listening true 4K.
Right.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4. 10-4 on that.
Hey, what are you
must be
doing?
turning around a little bit because you just came up big time.
Conditions, man.
Can you get warmed up on 10?
What you call?
No, I can't. I got to get inside my amplifier. My shoulder's still hurting me to move all that around to clip that wire. I need to do the mod for 10.
Yeah, I'm listening on 28405 right now. Amps all on. And that screen is just as blue. I got a phone call. I got to answer this. 10-4 SDG.
W090.
Are you doing digital on there on 10 meters?
Damn good meters.
One I'm talking about looks just about like it.
Yeah, but it's not quality. You can get 3,000 or 5,000 Tupler with that one.
Them things hold the price too.
Yes, sir.
You're lucky to find one for sale.
They'd one or two on QTH, I think. One on eBay, maybe.
There's usually one always on QTH.
You won't beat them.
As far as out of the box production meter, that dial was the most accurate after you mod them.
I'll be back. AK-14.
Super.
What motor's in that truck, Chase?
510.
Whenever I find them, I eradicate them. And anyway, glad you got that problem solved. Thanks for getting in here, 73.
We'll pass down to Lou for the wrap-up. KB9HD, here's NQ0P.
Come in, buddy.
Well, good evening, Big John. How's everything going with you guys?
It's going well, Carl. I had a little bit, took me a little delay to read the net log. I couldn't.
I needed a covered area to put some stuff under, and so I just...
Q-tips in between my ears, apparently, Owen.
And that urgent meeting of the OIC, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation,